What is up? It is day 9 and it's the end of week 2 of Marathon for Madge, and it is a 9-mile run today. We're ending the week off with a 9-mile run. The snow is slowly but surely clearing outside because it did snow overnight, but I think it's just been a bit drizzly all day, so it's kind of cleared a bit. It's still a bit drizzly now, judging from what I can see from my window, but yeah, I mean, 9 miles, I'm not looking forward to it today. One thing I've realised is there's no easy way to do a long run, because if you go fast, obviously it's tiring you out, and you're gonna be out of breath and all that jazz. But even if you go slow, like I was watching some sort of running podcast yesterday, or listening, well, I was watching on YouTube, but they were saying that the longer the run, the longer you're on your feet, the more tiring it is, or something like that. I think that's what they were trying to say. So like, even if you go slow, you're on your feet for longer, so it's still tiring, so it's still like gonna hurt. So like, there's no easy way to do it, pretty much. And what makes it even worse is the fact that it's 9 miles today and I've still got 2 20-mile runs to do, which is obviously over double what I'm doing today. And I just really not looking forward to it, to be honest. Like, I mean, part of me is like looking forward to it in the sense that like these longer runs will help me on my shorter runs, and obviously just in general will help me get fitter and more prepared for the day. But I think as the mileage increases, it'll dawn on me even more just how far a marathon is. Like, it's actually so hard to like put it into perspective, because like obviously anyone who's never ran one before, you can't really imagine how far it is unless you like say it in different ways, like what I said before about it being like 105 laps around a racetrack, because that for me puts into perspective a bit more, because that is like, I know how far 400 meters feels. So it's just like, it's just so far. Because I know that for me personally, when I signed up to it, I didn't think it was like as far as it was, sort of thing. Like, I knew it was going to be difficult. I knew like that it was really far, but I feel like it's not until you actually run that you realise just how far it is. Because like even a mile sometimes feels long, and like that's not even a 26th of what you're doing. So it's actually mad how far it is. I feel like a lot of people would think they can do it, and then they'd run a mile and then realise they can't, because even a mile is still quite far, to be honest. But I am glad that I am doing it for the Margaret Adcock Foundation, because otherwise I just don't know where I'd find the motivation from, to be honest, because that's literally, my motivation is just purely that, because I'm so bad at like motivating myself to do stuff. So the fact that I've got that as motivation is important, because otherwise I don't know where I'd find it from. But so I suppose that's not always a bad thing. Like, I am kind of like proud of myself in the way that like with like me having friends that have passed away, like I have managed to like kind of spin it into like a positive mindset sort of thing. So it's like, if I'm ever faced with any like adversity or anything, my brain's just wired to be like, oh, just do it for them, which I am happy about, that my brain works in that way. But anyway, before I start bawling my eyes out, let's just get this 9-mile run out of the way, because I cannot wait to be back home and lying in my bed. Fuck's sake, forgot to set my spawn point. Oh god, about 5 miles in, got a bit over, 5.3. Feel alright, to be fair. Kept a nice steady pace, I'd say, but the conditions, Jesus, puddles everywhere. I think I've got trench foot, but it's fine. My feet are soaking. The amount of puddles I've run through is ridiculous. Also, while I am here, I did want to dedicate this run to my good friend Ryan. I've been thinking about him a lot today,
on this run, because tomorrow, on the 6th of January, will mark 2 years since he passed away. And just a message really to everyone grieving out there, whether I know you, whether I don't know you. There's no time limit on grief. Tomorrow's going to be 2 years since Ryan passed away, and I'm still struggling with it. I still miss him every day. He's still my lock screen on my phone, and yeah, love him to pieces. Still message him every now and then, even though obviously he's not gonna reply, but I feel like he does receive the message somehow. But yeah, it doesn't get much of a mention on here because obviously this is Marathon for March. But yeah, I do just want to dedicate this run to Ryan, because yeah, tomorrow is gonna be a sad day, and try not to like mention it too often really, but yeah, days like tomorrow are difficult for me and my friends and his family. So yeah, just wanted to say that really.
Came home and dry. That actually wasn't that difficult. Like, I settled into a steady rhythm, steady pace after a few miles, and it was pretty much smooth sailing from like 4 miles onwards, to be honest. The Brat Top got me through it, of course, but yeah, it gives me confidence for like my future long runs, because that was actually semi-enjoyable, dare I say, like, because I'm more tired when I come back from like my 3 or 5 mile runs, because I've gone all out. But yeah, today I was just jogging around at a steady pace, obviously still within reason, like not too slow. I think it was about 75 seconds slower per mile than marathon pace, and as I said last week, as long as it's between 60 and 90 for my long runs, then that is fine. That is ideal actually. So yeah, slap bang in the middle of that, so can't complain at all. That was a very, very successful run today. But yeah, that concludes week 2 of training. It's kind of flying by, to be honest. It means that it's in 16 weeks, the big day. But yeah, that is 2 weeks over and done with. 16 to go, and I've got a nice little rest day tomorrow, because my quads were starting to hurt a bit towards the last couple miles. But yeah, I've got a 3 mile run again on Tuesday, so I'll see everybody for that.